Kruger Brothers here in Studio B. Leave it to me to screw it up after a beautiful song, right? It kind of made me think of old Gordon Sumner.
Yes, good old Gordon.
Has he heard one of your versions of this song?
Very interestingly enough, a couple of years ago, we did a benefit for the North Carolina Symphony with our friend Branford Marsalis and the Contras Quartet. And during the rehearsal with Branford, we were playing this song, and Branford takes out his phone and starts, videoing the rehearsing, and then after we were finished rehearsing it, he says, "I'm going to send this over to Sting now because it's his birthday today." So
oh man!
So, as far as we know, he may have heard it, but we don't have a price on our heads yet, so I don't know.
Well, I'd have to think he would appreciate your version of that song. He wrote that song as well, right?
He did, yeah.
I was
Sting
thinking
wrote the
so.
song,
So yeah. Sting had a big influence on me when I was a young lad, too.
You're still a young lad. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Really?
Checks in the mail. Thanks. No, we're talking all things Carolina in the fall here today with the Kruger Brothers, as well as listening. It's to me, it's always so awesome for you guys to come play here.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
But CarolinaInTheFall.org, again, is the website. You can get all the information about it. And we wanted to mention that advance tickets are available through tomorrow.
Through tomorrow, that's correct. There's information on the website about how to get the tickets and the phone numbers and everything to call. The ticket prices go up just a little bit at the gate. It's not massive.
Not a huge jump.
It's not a huge.
No gouging.
No.
And of course we do have the festival running. Wilkes was very lucky in Florence now. I mean with the hurricane, and we didn't get we got about 4 inches of rain and some wind, but. You can't hardly tell it happened.
The infrastructure isn't hurt at all.
No, nothing.
So that's terrific.
Everything is wonderful. It's just a little bit soaked.
It can be really dicey in the mountains, with
absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, our hearts go out to all the folks that are still going to be suffering for the next few weeks. And we will be doing something through the festival as well to help some of our neighbors out on the east to ease that situation.
Who didn't come off as lightly as we did here.
Not nearly. And they've got a bunch ahead of them still. So
sure.
We're very cognizant.
The pictures on TV and online are just unreal.
Heartbreaking, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Well, that's terrific. I had a feeling you guys might put a hand in there to help.
We always
I mean, we're scheduled to do a performance in Oriental in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping that we'll still be able to do that show, but we'll see.
It's going to be iffy,
But Carolina in the Fall is just a tremendous event. I mean, for us, coming from Europe many years ago, of course now, but to be honored to be hosts of such a beautiful event is really amazing. I have to say that. And so of course our families are coming and kids running around.
Well, I think it parallels some of the music that you've done. I mean, it's sort of theme keeping with a lot of the music that you guys have done over the years. So it fits.
and also we had different events that the bands that we played actually with. We had the Symphony of the Mountains there 2 years ago with Spirit of the Rockies. That was great, to get all these musicians fit on stage. That's quite a challenge. And with the conductor, and it was glorious. It was very beautiful. And then, of course, the Contras Quartet have been there with us, 2 years in a row. But this year we thought really with Josh Day, it's going to be.
The involvement of the community, the whole community, I think, is what amazes me the most about this. How is this not just one organization putting this up, and then somewhere out in a baseball field, which is not. There's plenty of those around, but to have all of Wilkesboro come together and organize this beautiful family reunion, because that's what it really is. It has that feeling of sitting in Robert's basement and just sitting around in a circle and telling stories and playing some music, and it has that laid back North Carolina atmosphere, that you have on a porch somewhere on a Sunday afternoon. It's just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, clearly that's been captured because the festival has grown each year and it's continuing to grow and it's wonderful. We're talking about Carolina in the Fall. If you missed it earlier, if you were hiding somewhere and didn't hear it, CarolinaInTheFall.org. Do you guys have another song in you today?
We do. I think what we should mention, Joe, is that the festival is actually this Friday and Saturday.
This Friday and Saturday, that's right. Well, I take it for granted because we've been mentioning it a lot on the air, but sure.
Well, everybody knows when it's going. So.
But to have you guys as media partners, of course, is another one of those things.
We
you know.
are so proud.
It's just absolutely great because you're our favorite radio station.
Thank you.
You know, and it's, you know, we played in Asheville a lot, and you reach all the way up there. And of course, we're not part of the Asheville music scene, but you know,
Some may disagree
well,
up there.
in a way we are. But we still play a song that we wrote up there a long time ago. It's called Jack of the Wood. You know, but I thought we were going to do the song. Now we're going to do something different.
Oh, okay.
But you know, every time we play this tune, I'm still back in Jack of the Wood. You know, which was like the first show that we played outside of Merle Fest when we came to America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 21 years ago.
And of course, every time we play the song, wherever we are in the world, we always preface it by saying, and this is a song about one of our favorite places in Asheville, North Carolina, Jack of the Woods.
It is a great place, and it always makes
Yeah.
me think of Lloyd Johnson, and I mean, there's so many good memories of Jack of the Wood.
Sure.
When we were asked to play at Letterman's show with Steve Martin, I said, of course, Uwe said, of course, we're going to play Jack of the Woods. What do you think? so
Can I tell a story?
Sure.
I was in Asheville a few years ago, and I was staying at a hotel out on Tunnel Road, a motel, I guess you'd call it, because I don't have man on a budget. So anyway, but I was friends with the guy who ran the motel, who owned the motel, and I called a cab. I was going downtown, and I was waiting and waiting. Cab didn't come. Well, he was leaving for the evening, and of course, whoever was taking over the night shift took over. You know, he came out and he said he was a Greek guy, and I can't do the accent, but he said, "You waiting on a taxi?" And I said, "Yes, sir. I'm going downtown. If the taxi will ever come." He said, "Oh, I take you," and he took me. He says, "Where are you going?" And I said, "Well, it's Jack of the Wood." Oh, okay. You know, so I mean, that was like it was like he was expecting me to say that, and there it was. So you know, it's a destination. So there you go.
So we're not going to play it.
Thanks so much for being there, but we're not going to play the song today, right?
Well, actually, why not? I mean, we could.
Well, no,
we
you
can
play. You guys
play it.
play what you
We want
want.
to do Jack of the
No, no.
Wood. We could do Jack of the Wood.
Whatever you want to do.
You want to do Jack of the Woods?
Sure.
You think
Listen,
so?
I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
a
a-
bass player.
we
I
had-
do what you tell me.
Oh,
Ain't done it in a while, but we have tuned for a moment.
But again, Joe, thanks to you and WNCW for all the support that you've given us over the years, and of course supporting Carolina in the fall. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend. If you have nothing else planned, come on up to Wilkesboro. Because
or even if you do, make
Even if
make
you
other
do,
plans.
like find something else.
Change your plans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, the Kruger brothers here in Studio B.